UFC welterweight #1 contender Belal Muhammad is going to face Leon Edward at UFC 304, and he is currently training with UFC legend Khabib Nurmagomedov, who is known for his hardcore workout and discipline in his training. Belal recently appears on the Show Me the Money podcast to share his experience of training with Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Those guys just have like a different mindset, right? They're all they're all so good. When I did my full camp with them in Abu Dhabi, and I was like going with guys that weren't like in the UFC, and you're like, oh, go with this guy, brother, he's good. And then I'm like getting beat up by him, and I'm just like, do I suck? Are there guys like this that will do this to me? Or you go with Khabib, and he's just like talking about Starbucks order or something as he's like rolling with you, and you're like, bro, what are you doing? It's disrespectful. And he's like mounting me. He's like, move, brother, move. And you're like, bro, I'm trying, but all right. And then the bell rings and he still goes. Because they do everything to like, that's why they're all so strong mentally, because they don't really care about clock. Or even like, I mean, you could get hurt, but like they're like, we'll get off the mat, and then they don't stop. They're still like taking me down on freaking hardwood. Oh, I almost had this takedown, brother. It's all right. We'll go back on the mat on there. Like, bro, I stopped when they're off the mat. But like, their mindset every round is to win, and they don't care. It's not like when I go with my guys here or back in Chicago, it's like we're all cool, so we're like flowing or playing or something like that. For them, it's like they're winning every second. They don't want to lose at any point.
UFC's current bantamweight champion Max Holloway recreates the video of Conor McGregor cycling and singing Snoop Dogg. He posted this video on his recent vlog on YouTube.
As you can see, my Impala. Da 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 da. It's the one and only D.O.G.
Too much power.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking D.O.G.
On Monday, UFC executive Mike Shapiro announced that the organization intends to abandon the traditional pay-per-view model. During a recent conference call, Shapiro explained that the UFC planned to transition to streaming its event on platforms like Netflix and Amazon. Consequently, UFC fans will soon be able to watch all the pay-per-view event through a single subscription service, rather than having to purchase each event individually at full price.
Now it's an evolved landscape. ESPN is on the verge of launching their own direct-to-consumer flagship. Peacock is trying to increase their penetration. Paramount Plus is using sports to increase their penetration. We've talked about Apple, Amazon, YouTube, a lot of healthy places for us to be. But we will be flexible so that we are giving any prospective partner or current partner the best programming for the most ideal windows so that they can grow their base and retain their subs. Very important. So if I was, for example, launching flagship direct-to-consumer ESPN, I might think about just buying out the pay-per-view and putting it right on that flagship channel. Like, you can only get it, just like ESPN Plus, if you have flagship. If you're trying to launch ESPN flagship, and whatever they might call it, that's the working title, and you're trying to charge $29, $39, $99, whatever it might be, you know, what better than to have a monthly quote-unquote pay-per-view that sits exclusive to that platform. Now, we haven't had those conversations with ESPN, but that's just an example of the kind of flexibility we're going to bring to the conversations. We know we have A-list programming. We know we have premium content. We know we have a volume of premium content. And we have enough that will fit many pipes without becoming tonnage. So when I look at some other sports, and I'll leave some brands out, some of them have really strong postseason, but the regular season, there's just too much there, and it just becomes white noise. We don't suffer from that. We're premium content in the regular season, if you will, and then we're double premium, if you will, when you get to those pay-per-views or those premium live events. That's a good place to be, and at the same time, we want to be accommodating because, you know, it has to work both ways. We need these platforms to grow our audience, to grow our brand, to grow our followers globally.
Close it, Mum. Wait, just take a step back.
Win. How are you? Horse out. Great victory today. In Jesus' name. Get on. He's a good looking lad, isn't he? First time I've actually seen him in reality. You say he's your best friend? You don't. Yeah, later on.
Hello?
Can you get a photo?
Oh, yeah.